Hello, hello, hello out there, future millionaires. We have a special guest with us today, and she wants to talk to us about how to serve our community. Our guest today is Dr. Syvoskia Braid Pope. She's a multifaceted professional with a diverse background. As a dedicated pastor, she serves her community with unwavering faith and compassion, guiding individuals on their spiritual journeys. With a keen business acumen, Dr. Pope leverages her expertise as a business consultant, assisting organizations in navigating complex challenges and achieving their strategic goals. Her insightful advice and strategic thinking have made her a trusted advisor in the corporate world. Dr. Pope, we would like to welcome you to our show today.
Thank you so much for having me, Rashad. I'm so excited. I've heard wonderful things about you, and I look forward to just telling my story, sharing some things that I have been able to accomplish, and just helping to build not only my career, but helping to help others to know that they can achieve that same potential. So thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you for being here. What we do on this show is we try to encourage, we try to motivate, and most importantly, inspire.
Yeah.
And as far as inspiration goes, can you take us back to a time where you were first inspired and bit by the entrepreneurial bug?
Yeah. I really think this goes back to the little girl story when you think about the lemonade stand and always trying to sell something, whether it was some candy from school or selling a cup of lemonade. But in all actuality, I think I've always had that entrepreneur spirit, even to back in the days when I was out selling tickets, selling some type of raffle ticket, trying to get my hustle right. I worked in economic development, and in economic development, that's where I had a keen opportunity to go out and be part of something bigger, helping CEOs and entrepreneurs to bring something in our community. I love the flavor, I love the sauce, I love the opportunity to take a city from ground up and expand it by bringing different arenas, whether that be restaurants, whether that be helping startup companies, it could be a beauty shop, unlimited resources of building entrepreneurs from ground up. So I had a first time exposure of that working with the Chamber of Commerce as a community liaison to go out and meet with these CEOs and entrepreneurs and really learn how business worked, what were some of the challenges that they were having. And so I began to glean from them. And as I began to glean from them, that encouraged me. You know what? They're just like me. The only thing different is as they took a risk. So I felt like if they could be a risk taker, hey, so can I. I'll take the risk. I'll try it. Let's see what happens, right? We sometimes we have to fail to succeed. And so I had that opportunity to meet so many wonderful people, and even still now, and seeing how our city was groomed and how the economic growth and the impact of how that creates job creation, right? Brings income into the city. So I really feel like working in that arena helped develop me, helped curve me to understanding what it truly means to be an entrepreneur.
Okay. So the Chamber of Commerce is definitely a springboard
Yeah.
that I would advise anyone, if you can get started in business. That's one stop that you can make that
Mm.
truly help you out. I actually, because I do marketing, I went and connected with my local Chamber of Commerce when I first started, and they gave
Mhm.
me a position just doing internship type of
Mhm.
stuff. And
Yeah.
I was able to, like you say, connect and go to a lot of the networking events and
Yes.
meet a lot of local entrepreneurs. And
Mm.
it was really a nice time learning and getting to know how the movers and the shakers actually
That's it.
move and shake. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. And being
So
on those platforms, I like when you said the word networking, getting out there and networking and really finding out about uh, what the pain it is, what's the pulse of entrepreneurship, and knowing it ain't no 9 to 5, right? It's um it's 24/7, right? You gotta get your
yeah,
grind on. And as I learned, if you want to stay in that 9 to 5 vein, then you definitely are not built for entrepreneurship. So it taught me a lot. Uh, I built relationships, I built partnerships. So I'm really excited that I had that opportunity.
I
Yeah.
heard you. What city are you working in or are you from?
I am in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm in
awesome.
Louisville, Kentucky. I'm also
Um,
retired out of our Louisville Metro government. And so working with the mayor, not directly, but indirectly, but being one of his staff, also broadened my horizon because I worked in our small business development program, which I ran. And I worked in the lending institution and giving small business loans. So I've worked with business plans, I've worked with creating lending opportunities and training. So I've been diverse and being whether it was a home-based business or someone who had been in business from 1 to 20 years. So that gave me a lot of industry and the exposure. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. All right. We have an expert on the line, everybody. We have a business expert on the line. So here's what I want to do is ask you now, how did you go from being on one side of the table to the other side of the table? So you started a business now that you do coaching. Is that
Yeah, I
correct?
do financial coaching, and that's really helping individuals to achieve their finest financial potential. Now, that gleans from when I was with the government that I worked in the financial empowerment division, and so I was doing some coaching then. I was just getting paid on the job for it. Let's put it that way.
Hmm.
And so I had gleaned all that I had learned. And it was just a time in my life. I had built a program that was generating over $500,000 in income through the government. And it was just a time in my life, and it was a season, uh, no breaking of a bad relationship. It was just time. I was groomed for it. And so it
Right.
was time for me to take a step and, as they say, go out and generate some multiple streams of income. And so financial coaching is one of them. Because I've given so much back to the community, I understood the social service side. And so I wanted to glean and build something through our Empower Hope Center, which I developed in 2017. And that's just bringing community resources such as workforce development, entrepreneurship, working with our seniors, and having some safety net resources. Because I had worked in it, I knew the need was greater uh, beyond different neighborhood type of organizations. So I pivoted in my nonprofit as well when I started my financial coaching under the Exousia Financial Solutions LLC. And so I say I'm a somewhat of a serial entrepreneur, whether it's through the faith community or community base or through my LLC. It has given me an opportunity to not only grow, but to help grow others, to let them know. And I'll tell you later, if time allows, about a conference we have coming up this weekend regarding entrepreneurship.
Okay. All right. Um, do you do
I do.
speaking engagements?
I
Okay.
do. Yeah, I'm getting out more now than normal, and that was just because uh, building the church uh, and then being called to bring two churches together So I've been a season where we did church expansion, and we have two cultures that have come together to ministry. But praise God is good, isn't he? He's given me 7 ministers. And so
Definitely.
now I can release myself and I can
Definitely.
get out more than normal. So yeah, I do go out and speak. Absolutely.
That was you kind of segued into my next question. That was my next question.
Yeah.
Is you have the church, you have the ministries, you have the community,
Uh-huh.
and I also seen where you help women.
Yes.
So I want to ask, what is your demographic? What is your avatar? What is the person that you're marketing to, saying, I can help this person out? I
Yeah.
know I can help this person out the best.
I tend to market to those about 21 to 45. I'll work with anyone, but that seems the typical market that are trying to understand their finances and trying to build their financial portfolio, trying to get into home ownership. And then there's some older in the 50 have to go back to the basics, right?
Right.
Uh, and learn these things all over again. But women, I work with male, have men clients as well. But it has been particularly women that has been my target. And I code those who are desiring start their own business are those who are existing businesses. We call them the boss ladies. The
Okay.
boss lady.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you got a little movement
Yes, the
that's
boss
going on
lady.
with the boss ladies?
The boss ladies movement. It started with business women bosses, where we have over 300 women connected in that group. And then it evolved when we started doing some boss lady mastery classes. And so through those master classes, we kind of divvied out smaller groups of about 15 to 20 women so we can have more of an intimate time in doing development with them, personal development through their.
Right. I believe in that. I
Yes,
totally believe in the more intimate aspect.
yes, yes.
Yeah. And then, taking it on along, you can do your getaways and your retreats and resorts and stuff like
Exactly.
that.
And
Yeah.
then I'm an author of uh, three. The third book is part of a anthology project that I did with Tanya White on the battle behind my smile. Did a project with her, yes. And then I have my first book was "It's in You." It's a Christian book for women, and my second book was Credit Champion. It's more of a financial workbook. It's a guide to helping not just women, but men to leverage their wealth and to increase their purchasing power. So it's something I often sell it, but I also use it through coaching
Right.
uh, classes as well. Hmm.
Okay. Um, well, yeah, as being an entrepreneur, you definitely, jumped off the porch. You have
Yeah,
plenty to offer.
yeah,
I want to ask you. I'm going to do. I don't know. This is just a quick routine, and if you
sure.
could just give us a short, maybe tip or explanation of the services that comes with it.
Mhm.
So we'll start with credit coaching. Your business of credit coaching.
So with credit coaching, it could be one-on-one coaching, or it can be group coaching. Uh, at one-on-one pretty much consists of, pulling that credit report because everybody's just going to be different. It's one of the things I did when I was in lending. I had to look at credit reports all the time for the businesses. So this taking that expertise, bring it into my coaching company. And so I do an analyzation, I do a financial analysis of where that particular individual is. And then from there, I create a plan that definitely suits them. Sometimes it's someone who has been in bankruptcy, and then sometimes it's somebody just has a doctor bill that's been on the credit report for what, 10, 15 years, right? Some of it, right. And they don't realize that even now, they're not even supposed to put any doctor bills on your report less than $500. And people don't know that, and it may stop them from getting credit. And so we analyze, we construct a plan, and sometimes that's an individual coaching, and sometimes it's a group coaching. It depends on where they are. Are they in debt? Are they trying to purchase a home? Or are they in their current home, but it's not their dream home? So what do they have to do to get them ready? So that's one
Okay.
way to do it.
All right. Okay. What about business consulting?
Business consulting, most of the clients I get, they come with a business idea, right? So they're trying to, how do I take my business idea and how do I take that to the marketplace? And so sometimes it's to the point, should I set up as a sole proprietor, or do I need to be a LLC, or is it a partnership, or is it a corporation? Sometimes is it a hobby or is it a business, right? Because
Right.
sometimes we do things hobbies and they're not business, or is it a nonprofit? So working in that arena, I develop where they are based on their ideal, and based on how they want to scale. How do they really want to scale their business? One of the strategies you have to find out. I often ask, how much money do you really want to make? Right. So if you're like, I just want to make an extra $500 a month, okay, that's fine if that's good with you. So I want to realize, where are you? Where are you trying to scale? Where do you want to reach your market? Is it the local market? Is it just your family and friends? And so we have to look at the whole big picture. Are you going to be needing lending? Do you need that business plan? So we go through the 4 P's of marketing, your product, your placement, your location, all of those things that goes into the concepts of a business. We go through all of that. Mhm.
Awesome. Awesome. And last one, financial wellness.
Financial wellness really ties back to the financial coaching. So the difference between financial wellness and a financial advisor is totally different, right? A financial advisor is really kind of going to be looking at building stocks and getting you into different type of insurance products, uh, telling you how to invest. So I'm not on that side of the equation. So that's the difference. So financial coaching, basically, I'm coming up with a coaching plan and basically teaching you and guiding you something you should already be doing anyway, but you need somebody to hold you accountable. So I'm hand holding you through the process, and I'm telling you how you can get there, and know that you get there because I tell my own story, what it took from me uh, to get my finances in order. So I'm not just giving you what's in the book, but I'm giving you my life experiences of what it took from me to build. I call it your $1 billion plan or your $1 million plan
There
in
we
what you
go.
want to exceed, right? But I think low, think high, right? I see you got your money in the background. So,
That's
what are
right.
we really trying to build here? So I try to keep myself educated. I'm learning. I'm constantly in somebody's class as well, right? I need to continually to be educated. Every coach needs a coach. So I find myself in a coaching class as well.
Yes, I like that.